AG Labs, my name is Ben. Hello, welcome to the micro soldering show on this beautiful Tuesday. Today in the morning, I just want to do repair with you or a data rescue job. Here we got a hardly bent device which was mailed in by a customer because of a data rescue job. So let's see how it looks like. It looks hardly bent, and it was already opened a minute before by me, but I just took out the screen. Then I thought, okay, you could do a video about that. So that's the only thing I did, nothing more. So let's see. The board is bent, so I think we should take out the board and just have a look. What about this? So let's see if we can get the important data out of this phone or not. Taking out the screws. Taking out all the screws here, and then we just want to take out the board. And let's, okay. You see that? The shield already popped off because of the bend of the board. Okay, so that looks really hard. Yeah, we have a bend in the complete board. So let's see. Okay. We take it off in that way. You see that? The bend is really on the top. I hope CPU is okay, RAM is okay. If CPU is disconnected, it's not a problem, but on these things I often saw RAM issues, and if the board is hardly bent, we have a sandwich RAM here on the A10. So in the best case we had to do double sandwich rebore, and on A10 it's hard. It's really hard. Okay, let's see under the microscope. Yeah, it's hardly bent. The board is hardly bent. But let's see for value on power supply. As I saw the phone outside, I didn't thought that it is hardly bent in the CPU area, but it is. For me, it looks like a RAM issue. If I see the value on power supply, I just have to get the thermocam. Pray to God. Pray to God. For me, it's better if just CPU is disconnected and we can fast and easy swap the board, or it's a RAM issue without that bend, because that looks really bad. Really bad. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Sick, why you don't want to start? Okay, now It's RAM. Okay, it's RAM problem. iPhone 7, A10, shorted RAM. Do you see that? Looks great or not? I will fix that now. Okay. So it's a RAM issue. We have a bent board. In the baddest way, we have to take out the CPU after we take out the RAM, and to do double sandwich rebo. And I don't want to do that. No, I don't want, because it's really hard and you can't even guarantee 100% on these sandwich things. Not on A10. Not on A10. So I try to. First I only try to get out the RAM. Okay? After that we will have a look if the value is okay for the CPU. And if not, we have to see if CPU has an internal problem or if we can take it out and just rebore the thin CPU itself and the RAM and then get it to another board, or if we can get the data on this board. I really hope that it's only the RAM here. And I have to be very gently with the coils because the board is hardly bent. And if the board is hardly bent, you see the surface of the coil is cracking, and here you can see the coil is loose, so I have to replace that coil. That's not a problem, but if boards are bent like this, you often, really often, get these problems. But as long as coils are not all loose, we can save this. You see the surface of the board, it's all related to the bend. It will be hard, really. Okay, here we have A10 RAM. So normal iPhone 7 RAM, not 7 Plus, because the RAMs are different. Okay, now we just start and try to get that. So hardly bended board on an iPhone 7, RAM short. We need the data. Okay, that has been done. I always start at one edge, and here I really work slow now because I need the data and the board is really hardly bent and I don't want to get any problems at this data recovery. I hope I can get in now. Okay, just a little more. Let's see now. I know that in some Chinese videos this looks all really fast and easy, but I can tell you that this is just work and I show it to you exactly like I do it. Don't know how others do that or how fast, because on this technique I just worked by myself. Okay, that's good. Now I think we are almost done. Okay, RAM is off, so that's nice. So one coil on the top, we can replace it. We have no balls around here, so I just want to clean a little bit and then check for the value. So just here, just this, and this. And after that, or here is some. Hey! Now. Okay. So now I just want to control if the value is fine. So without using much heat or things like that, just controlling if the value is fine, because the board is really bended hard, and I just want to prevent any problems and just want to see if the CPU is right connected or if the CPU is shorted internally. The value is fine. Thanks God. Thanks God. Yeah, thanks God, really, for that, because the value is fine. And if the value is fine, we can just clean gently, really clean gently now. And I need to take a new plate for my knife. This one is really fucked up, and I want to work really gently and clean, so it's better to work with a new plate. Always work really slow if you do important data rescue jobs like this. I always try to work as slow as possible. Okay. CPU doesn't like much pressure. So you see, I don't talk much in this video, or while I'm doing things like that, because I just have to concentrate, and for me it's really an important data rescue job. So I can't talk much here. Just like feeling how deep I am, how deep I can go, how much I can scrape when I have reached the right point. See, these coils are loose too. So that's always the problem on these hardly bended boards. So, but I just want to boot up the phone, to take out the data, and goodbye. So I hope I don't have to replace the coils now. I hope that the contact which they have is enough for just doing a data rescue. Done. This year really took me a long time, because I had to be very careful because of the coils and the hardly bended board. Okay, let's see that area on the top. Just have to scrape a little bit more here. And done. The rest is cool. Okay. Cool down, and let's check the value again. While that, I have to see for a RAM. And for a coil, but coils I have enough here. So let's check for the value and praying that all is good. Yeah, thanks God, all is fine. So that's really great. The value on power supply is good. Just want to take a photo. So now I just prepared a RAM. And replace the coil, or at first we could start by just having a look for the coil here. I don't want to do much action here, okay? So for me it's just, I don't clean anything now. I just use some flux here, and I saw that this capacitor is loose too. So I don't want to have much heat here now. Okay. What I do now is just getting a little bit, really only a little bit of solder directly on here. So what about the pad? Is the pad okay? Hope I have a little bit of rest here, so I can do that. Waiting for the mouse. iPhone 7, the coil here. Okay, it goes directly to them here. Yeah, I can get that. Okay. I can get that on here. So what I do now is just this, and now I need one of these coils. The coil which I use now looks like a cap, but it's a coil, okay? It's exactly the coil we need here. And I do it like this, and now I just bridge it over to that. Okay, just a little solder bridge, or no, I do it with a jumper, because when I solder down the RAM it could cause problems, and we don't want that. So just a little bit of flux here, and a little bit of jumper wire here. Okay, and that is done. That's pretty okay. Just for the coil. I know it doesn't look very cool, but for me it's important to have that. And that's okay. Just control again for the value. Every time we used heat next beside to the CPU, we have to control that, and the value is still fine. So okay, we can reball the A10 RAM, where we have it here. Think on, always if you order new RAMs, have a look if they are iPhone 7 or iPhone 7 Plus, and if you get them, they normally have this dark looking solder paste on it, and this is 217 solder, so you really need a lot of heat to melt it, and we want to use 138 low melt because it's just a Datarescue job. So you see the board is hardly bent. And if a board looks like that, it's not about a full function, it's only about a Datarescue job. And jobs like this are 499 euro. So now we just have to reball the RAM. Okay, there's a little bit of dirt at the standstill. Clean it by using the air, pressured air. And now it looks okay. We just take a little bit of paste, .138, and we get it into the stencil. After that we just do a reball. And then we just solder down the RAM to the board. Gently getting the paste in. Clean with a wipe. Take the tweezers. And reball that shit. One time around, and you see it looks good. Okay, after that take a wipe, go over it, lift up the stencil and see that all the bolts there are there where they should be. Just a quick reflow. Hey, stay here. Okay. And normally I use it in that way to getting it down to the CPU, but I want to take a nice picture, so I wait a short time. After that I just clean the RAM. I take a picture and I get flux on it again, okay? Just because I love these RAM pictures. I have to go to the door, 1 second. No, not now. So just taking a RAM shot. Because it really looks nice. And after that, just getting some flux in here. Not now. Why people don't understand that I don't have time now. Okay, just a little bit more here. So, and we are done. And we can now solder down the RAM. Clean one time. Having a look that all is fine. And after that we can just sit down the RAM. Sit it down to the right position. It has to sit really right here. Okay, and now we just have to use the hot air and we have to solder down the new RAM. Warte, morgen. So, morning. So now we have to solder down the new RAM. So, and now just solder down the RAM. Should be good. Some more flux here at one point. Wait until the flux comes out at the sides. And we are done. Having a look from the side, and you see that it looks good everywhere, soldered down nice. Now just cooling down. And after that, just having a look for a boot. And for me, yeah, this looks like a boot. So just do you have an iPhone 7 test screen for me, Andy, please? Then please give me one out of the Schublade, because I'm pretty sure that screen, or we can test it with that screen. I don't know if it works, but we can see. Thanks. I don't know if the screen works. I don't think so, because the phone boots, but the screen just doesn't work at all. And okay, again with a known good screen. And boom! We are back to life again with our iPhone 7 after a hardly bent, complete damaged screen, complete damaged housing, complete bent board and a shorted RAM. So we replaced the RAM and the phone is working fine again. So we just wait for a boot, and after the boot we can get the important data out of this hardly bent board, and the customer will be happy, I think. So yeah, the boot looks good, so we have no other issues. But always, if you see these really hardly bended boards and cracked RAMs, have a look if CPU really is okay, and if it's okay you can just take out the old RAM like this and just replace it, and you see it works, so we can get the important data out of that thing. Okay, I put it out now. I hope you like it. If you want to learn things like that easily, you can do that at the Board Level Repair School Germany. And if you are working at the repair industry for smartphones and tablets, you can just join our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany. I would appreciate that, but please answer the questions, because otherwise we can't accept you. And oh, I have to do this. 1 second. And by the way, buy the amazing ICC Pro, a tool which every technician in the whole world needs. I'm out. Boom! Back to life again. Stay healthy. Here's Ben.